talking about? Of course he's real.
Whoa. And by the way, sweet cheeks, I'm real too.
So, thus far, I've talked about, the paganistic origins of Valentine's Day via Roman or Greek mythology or gods that they seemed to worship at that time. So we talked about Juno Fructifier, which is the queen of the Roman gods. We talked about the Feast of Lupercalia, which is basically a dedication to Lupercal, the wolf god, and also honoring Faunus, the god of fertility. With that being said, how this connects to the modern day is very, very significant. So, long story short, you had a Roman emperor named Claudius II. He, imposed bans on marriages because the men at that time, they were dodging the draft by simply getting married. Not unlike what happened, not too long ago, a little over 50 years ago with the draft for Vietnam. So, not unlike that time. Coincidentally, you had a Christian priest named Valentinus. Several of them, actually. You had the original Valentinus. He was secretly marrying people, and once he got caught, he died. He was sentenced to death and was executed. But then you had another Valentinus, who was a priest, who he was also jailed for helping Christians. And during that time period, Christianity was still somewhat kind of outlawed a little bit, to some degree, not completely, but to some degree. It was more like you had pagan practices, and then you had, or polytheism, and then you had Christianity, which is, I think, more monotheistic, if you will. So the second Valentinus, he pretty much died in a similar way, and he was sending love letters and notes to one of the jailer's daughters or something like that, and he was he was executed and killed because of it. And going on a little further, one of the popes in the year 469 of the Common Era, they declared February 14th as the honorary day of Valentinus, and this would replace the wolf god. So basically, in only a span of like 300 or 400 years, it went from a more paganistic approach to being still very paganistic, but under the guise of being a holy holiday or a holy day. And it was like that literally until recent memory. The last church or denomination, the Catholic Church, denounced Valentine's Day in 1969 from their calendars because it has no cultural significance to anything regarding the scriptures or the Bible whatsoever. So that's why they made it not a holiday on their calendars, and this was in 1969. Regardless of all that, Valentine's Day is still a very, very, very powerful, popular holiday, not only in the U.S., but probably around the world too. Out of the top 5 holidays in the United States, Valentine's Day is number 3, only behind Christmas and Halloween, respectfully. So, it's no coincidence that the biggest, most popular holidays all have very, very deep paganistic and satanic origins. Christmas, Halloween, Valentine's Day. That's no surprise. And just as a quick point before ending the video, I just wanted to talk about in the book of Amos, chapter 5, verses 21 and 22, and the significance, the scriptural significance of paganistic holidays via the scriptures and what God tends to think about it. So in Amos chapter 5, verse 21 and 22, it basically says, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings or your fat beasts. And in Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 25, it says, Pour out thy fury upon the heathen, that they know thee not, and upon the families that call not on thy name. For they have eaten up Jacob and devoured him, and consumed him, and have made his habitation desolate. And basically, the connection between, these two verses I read from Jeremiah and Amos is basically how the Lord has never liked any of the paganistic holidays, obviously, because they are all worshiping and paying homage to lesser gods, when the Hebrew God of the scriptures, Yeshaya, has often said that he is a jealous God and he is the only one true God. Elijah proved this when Elijah had the people of that town, the pagans, make their little offerings, and they did that for days on end without any sign of anything coming from their gods that they were worshiping. And Elijah, he had them make up a nice little altar and offering for our God, and sure enough, our God responded, proving Elijah's point. So all that to say this: the Lord does not like paganistic holidays. The Lord does not like pagan deities, pagan gods, lesser gods. He doesn't approve. These gods are nothing more but devils, demons, if you will, if you want to call them demons. Some of them are even, could be hybrids, or fallen angels even. All of these different types of entities, all are far less than what the Lord is, and the Lord makes that abundantly clear. With that being said, I'm going to end this video here. Shalom, everybody. Be safe out here in these streets, and I'm looking forward to making another video and seeing you guys soon.